Hey guys, Christopher Green. You're watching AMTV, hard hitting it in your face. I wanted to do another video. I know we're doing a lot of content today, but mainstream media is giving us every indication, and predictive programming is giving us every indication and conditioning the American people right now across mainstream media for war, for world war, for war, and what I believe to be a preemptive strike on North Korea. I'm going to show you an example in a minute. This is happening across the board of the mainstream media, whether or not it is CNN, Fox News, MSNBC. Everybody's talking about it. Even regular people I meet on the street are talking about EMPs, electromagnetic pulses, are talking about emergency survival food storage, prepping, these kinds of things. It's all gone mainstream, even outside of the myopia of alternative media television here. And I find it very, very concerning. So let me go show you an example here. I'm going to get some water. And we're working on another piece for you guys right now as well. I'll show you what I mean here in a moment. Hey Alex, can you pull up that piece on Trump because he just spoke? I'm going to show the audience here what he said.
Yep, and I can change that. So now I'm going to try to hand you...
We'll turn up the volume here a little bit. Okay, see how I switch the camera? Okay, these are the comments from Trump.
We are totally prepared for the second option, not a preferred option, but if we take that option, it will be devastating. I can tell you that, devastating for North Korea. That's called the military option. If we have to take it, we will. He's acting very badly. He's saying things that should never ever be said, and we're replying to those things, but it's a reply. It's not an original statement, it's a reply. But the things that he said over the last year, and if you look back, the things that he said to past administrations, North Korea is a situation that should have been handled 25 years ago, 20 years ago, 15 years ago, 10 years ago, and 5 years ago, and it could have been handled much more easily. You had various administrations, many administrations, which left me a mess, but I'll fix the mess. So we'll see what happens with North Korea.
Okay, so that's that's across all the major wires. Trump has spoken, and basically what he tells us is he's considering the military grade option, which Nikki Haley just said, what was it, like a week or two ago, that there is no diplomatic solution. The only solution they have is to turn this over to the Pentagon. And so, as I titled this video, I want you guys to be aware how we're all being predictively programmed right now to accept this threat and to accept the coming war. They need to sell it really hard to you that North Korea is at such a severe crisis point that it will justify U.S. military action. Now, of course, Alex here is working on a video for us right now. Say hi, Alex. If I can the camera. Hey, what's up, my man? He's working on a video for us right now, which basically depicts everything going on, okay, as we're leading up to crisis. History, of course, does not repeat itself, but it does rhyme, according to Mark Twain. So this is a little teaser here. We'll be airing this probably within the hour as well.
December 7th, 1941, the United States of America was suddenly and deliberately attacked.
President Franklin D. Roosevelt decided to place an embargo on all oil imports into
Okay, we'll
Japan.
stop it there. And so, as I've spoken of many times before, what are we looking at? We're looking at a Pearl Harbor moment. Now let me give you another sampling. We just showed you CNN. Now I'm going to show you Fox News, also selling this world war through conditioning, mass conditioning, and predictive programming.
Back in the 1961-62
See if you can start it from
did things like knock the
all the way
lights
to the
out in
beginning.
Hawaii.
What North Korea could do with a nuclear weapon, of course. One of them sounds like science fiction, but many people say the threat is real. Tonight, correspondent Doug McElway looks at both sides of the EMP debate.
Today, the old duck and cover films from Cold War days seem campy and quaint. To many, a nuclear blast and its resultant electromagnetic pulse, or EMP, seems so unimaginable, so unlikely, that few worry about it, and fewer still take any precautions.
It's not real, and it's something out of a James Bond movie. The general consensus is that it is not a real threat. It's not imminent by any stretch of the imagination.
Tell that to Dr. Peter Vincent Pry, who heads Congress's EMP Commission.
We have information, for example, the data from actual high-altitude nuclear detonations that were conducted by us and the Russians back in the 1961-62 time frame that did things like knock the lights out in Hawaii.
An EMP is a short burst of electromagnetic energy that all nuclear explosions produce to varying degrees. A large EMP triggered over the United States from an orbiting nuke at the right altitude could fry the circuitry of cell phones, render electronic banking, automobile computers, railways, air traffic control, and airplanes themselves useless. Food would rot in refrigerators and in farm fields, with no means of transporting agri-products to population centers. In the following weeks and months, a truly Mad Max world would evolve.
Okay.
Dr.
So
Pry
we can
believes
end
that
it there, but anyways, guys, thank you, Alex. Give you, our audience, a teaser of what we're working on. Give me a second here. I'm gonna walk backwards. Anyways, headed back to my office here. The point being, and I'll just close with this, that's a teaser for the video we're about to put out. The establishment elite are selling this war just about the best that they could. The best that they could. And now that this has gone mainstream, it gives me indication to believe that Trump, well, he's even saying it overtly now, is considering preparing for overt, preemptive military action in North Korea. But the conditioning part of it is that something really, really bad is going to happen, according to the mainstream media prior to that. And that's kind of the point of why I'm broadcasting. So, preemptive attack and false flag, just like the history of that video we're opening up with the attack on Pearl Harbor. Right? Oil embargo, Japan attacks. Sanctions on North Korea, China attacks, Russia attacks, Iran attacks. See, people have lost their focus on Iran. They've lost their focus, which is nuclear armed. They've lost their focus on China. They've lost their focus on the real geopolitical players, Russia. All of these nations are fully equipped to detonate these weapons at any time and bring in, according to Fox News, a Mad Max environment.